What's the best script you've seen on screen this year?
There's been some good films that have come out in the summertime: Hunger Games and Avengers. Now, in both cases, we're talking about, super popular films. We're not really talking about Oscar winners here, but they do what they do extremely well. And I like to talk, when I give my class, I like to talk about the story elements that are found in hit films, because writers don't realize that in order to sell a script, they have to write the script that Hollywood is looking to buy. Now, to understand what that is, you have to understand that what Hollywood's basic marketing requirement is, which is they are selling to a worldwide audience now. For years now, it has not been the US audience that they're most concerned about. It's a worldwide audience. And it turns out that to sell to a worldwide audience, to have a blockbuster film, there are certain story elements that are in those blockbuster scripts. And a lot of writers don't realize this. They think that, well, it's a blockbuster film because it has movie stars or because it has a lot of special effects and so on. Well, not so. Hollywood has not been a movie star-based system for at least a decade, even though most people think that it still is all about the movie star. No, it's about the script, and it's about the story elements that are in the script. Now, there are certain story elements that writers have to have in their script to appeal to a worldwide audience, because we have to get beyond those cultural differences, those national differences. So the first thing that you realize when you look at these hit films is that they're almost always based on the myth genre. Myth form is the most popular story form in the world and has been for many years. And in the case of both Hunger Games and the Avengers, we have myth-based stories, which have then been updated. Now, in the case of the Avengers, we had another really good story element that they use, which is the concept of the dream team, the all-stars that are brought together. And this is a very popular story form. When you combine that with a myth-based story, you've got a big hit on your hands. And by the way, that's the main reason that Disney bought Marvel Comics in the first place, was to get access to what I call the character bank, which is a number of characters that are already established, have worldwide appeal, and which we can then use in any number of films ad infinitum. In the case of the Hunger Games, you have a very good adaptation, I think, of a book, in the sense that, once again, we have this myth foundation. And in this particular case, the novelist is really the person who brought all those myth elements together, very similar to the way J.K. Rowling did in the Harry Potter stories. You get this element of the young female archer, that this is right out of Greek mythology, Artemis, Diana character. You get the William Tell story with her shooting the arrow through the apple and so on. But she brought together all of these classic myth elements and put them in a story which she then modernized using the science fiction form. So again, we get a very powerful combination of myth and science fiction that, again, made for a worldwide hit.